Good morning, everyone. It's Dark Joker, in Joker After Dark, I guess. But today we are back with another slime video, and this video is to go over what we probably can expect over the next couple of months of slime, because it is currently, early to mid-July, and the 2-year anniversary will take place at the end of October. October 28th. To be exact, is when the game first came out, at least for me, in my time zone, it was the 28th of October, which, as you can see, is not terribly far away. It looks to be on a Saturday this year. So, we have roughly 3 months to plan, and save is the biggest thing. So currently, we just received this Valor Cup banner, which please don't summon on it. This is not a good value banner for you to summon on. Valor Cup rewards you in crystals by not a lot. You do your 5 battles and you get the 5 crystals, and then you get like up to 300 if you can get to legend rank at the end of every month. Cool, whatever. But that's not going to be a primary source of crystal income. Maybe not. Well, I'd say reliable source of crystal income. So, you want to be safe, and as what I'm expecting as a free-to-play player, or at least a smarter player than me, you should not be summoning on very many things from this point out, because we have this handy-dandy spreadsheet that I have curated over my entire time of playing Slime since release. So, we are currently all the way down here at the Adventurer meta, right? This banner leaves on July 19th, which is 9 days away. Technically the 18th, technically. So 8 days, just over a week until these banners leave. We do not know what is coming next. We don't know if it's going to be a whole nother meta and it's going to be half a month long, or if it's going to be a month and a half long. We don't know. So all we can do is take what we know from previous year, singular, and, put that into perspective. So this was June into July. So we look back, June into July of last year was the Wind 2.0 meta. Diablo, Gabiru, Wind Trainee, and Dino. Now, only really one of these units ever gets used consistently anymore, and that is Trainee. And that's not speaking to, Diablo and Gabiru being bad at the time, it's just that Trainee has the most staying power, especially with EX metas and her being able to rush alts and having blue orb changing. She is the most useful unit, I would say, out of this meta. But then looking ahead, we had in August, late July and into August and early September, we had the Water 2.0, the bikini, the swimsuit meta, which I know a lot of people may be excited for, to see the next batch of swimsuits to come around. We got Milim, Shuna, and Shion in their swimsuits, so I would assume that we would get different units now. Could be Violet, could be Frey, could be Shizu, could be Eren. I mean, there's a lot of cast members in Slime that could be featured highly. I mean, if they put a Bikini Sokka in there, I don't know what my wallet's going to be able to do. Hopefully they really don't do that. But then that was a good meta, right? That was a pretty good meta. Our first stacking meta since the Space 2.0 or Space 1.0 banner, which was the half anniversary, and that gave us pretty much our very generic kind of outline for how stacking teams work, even to this day, a year later almost. And then we got Space 2.0 meta, which was the first time they did the turn limit boss battles, the first time we got an AoE-focused meta, and apart from very specific scenarios in Valor Cup, none of these units get used. And I'm going to speak from personal bias and just from what I've seen from the community, from the Discord. I see a few people use Rain. Guy is still viable as a protector, but he's in the general pool now. Velzard and Leon, I don't see that often. I just don't. And, part of that is power creep, definitely. But even then, I didn't really see him that much. And then we had the absolutely god-awful Earth 2.0 meta. And if that wasn't a skippable meta, then I don't know what is. and it makes me feel even worse that I summoned on it. I didn't summon that much on it based on this this stuff right here. But if the next 3 metas are going to be relatively skippable, then you can expect, I would say, as a free-to-play player, if you were able to complete everything that the meta drops, get all the milestone missions, complete all the stages, maybe save for Inferno 3 and 2, because you're going to lose, like, what, 20 crystals right there or something, then you could roughly expect somewhere around, I'd say, 2,000 crystals a month, because this is the half anniversary, so they're going to give us more. So this would be a good baseline right here, this 13 to 17, and this is just based on like first time clears and the daily logins and stuff and daily missions. So I would say that about 2,000, including all the special things that happen, is a fair number. So you can expect 2,000 free crystals for the next 3 months, right? So we've got wind, well, we've got water, space, and then earth. Regardless of what metas come next, we still have half of July, August, September, and then most of, all of October, really. So that's a lot of time for you to just hoard crystals. It takes 6,000 to pity 1 battle unit, right? This game is quite stingy with crystals, and because it's so stingy, you should be making smart decisions on where you spend your crystals. And if the next couple banners are, like, they don't really tickle your fancy, and you're like, meh, none of them are none of them are my swimsuit waifus, I don't like this other meta in August, I don't like this meta in September, why summon? Why waste valuable crystal income on metas that you cannot guarantee yourself a unit, right? Because if you spent everything for Konosuba in a week, you are not magically going to obtain another 6,000 crystals, or 9,000 for the Protector for the next meta. It doesn't work like that, unless you swipe Daddy's credit card. But then you don't need this video, if you're doing that. So, going off the assumption that you will get around 2,000 crystals a month, you have 2-3 months to save up to at least guarantee yourself 1 battle unit, while summoning up to 200 pity on a triple featured unit meta when the anniversary comes around on October 27th or 28th, depending on what day they want to. That banner will have tremendous, tremendous value. And the game, because it's a business and it's a gacha game, they want you to spend all the way up until this point, so you have nothing. So when the banner does come out, you're like, oh my god, these units are incredible. Oh, I have no crystals. Let's swipe. Yeah, that's what they want you to do. Don't do that. Be smarter than that. Hold off, you know, get your Konosuba stuff out of the way. It's a collab, I understand they're probably not coming back, and if they do, it's going to be a long, long, long time. So, get it out of your system now, and then go into hermit mode. Become a Zen monk, and be like, no summons, no summons, no summons. That way, when October hits, you can be like, look at all these crystals. At least I can guarantee myself 1 unit. 1, right? Because again, the game is not overly friendly with free-to-play income. But it's better than summoning on some random banner in September, not get them because you did like 3 multis there, and you're like, oh, well, that's it. Because you did 3 multis on this banner here, and you didn't get them either. And then you did, you know, 6 multis in between this entire month, and you didn't get anything. Wouldn't you rather feel like you should have spent those, what, 6, 12, 15 multis on this banner? With 3 featured units? Yeah, I think that'd be a much smarter move for a lot of people, myself included, because I am also going to try to go into hermit mode, because as of August 4th, I should be in my new house and paying new and interesting bills. So these next couple months are going to be a little rough as far as summons are going. Gonna have to pray that we get lucky. So we are also going to try and exercise patience and restraint, and I suggest you do the same. This was a skippable banner, this was a skippable banner, this was a pretty good banner. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But this was a very good banner. Dark Milim, still used to this day. Dark Veldora, still used to this day. Shinsha, only in very specific circumstances, and Diablo, he never sees the light of day. So realistically, only the first banner is what you should really, 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 truly be focused on. You know, when that comes around, because that is a triple featured unit banner. It has high value. You will probably most likely get a dupe of someone from that banner, from Bingo, or a challenge quest thing like we got for Rimuru here. So maybe it's a protector dupe from, you know, like this campaign quest, right? So if you get a dupe from that, you pull him, and, you know, your first couple multis, you have a 104 protector, and then you still have 7, 8, 9 multis to do to try and get the other 2 battle units. And hey, if you get all 3, then you're good. Then you're good. But you can't do that if you keep spending random-ass multis in between these 6 banners. 9 banners. Sorry, 9. Math is hard. Alright? Don't do it. Don't do it. Save. Save for this. Don't do 520 pity like I did. But save for the anniversary. We are rounding the corner. It seems like it's a far enough time away where you're like, I can sacrifice a multi here and there. But a multi on, you know, I don't know what comes. Geld. Armored Geld. He may or may not see the light of day in 3 months when, you know, the anniversary comes around. Maybe. Well, we don't know that for sure, because we don't know what's coming in a week or so. But you can bet your ass that the anniversary units will be sticking around for a while. Rimuru, sadly, not really. But Milim and Veldora definitely have been here since then. So that is my advice to all players, not just the free-to-play ones, but the whales as well. Maybe you just, you know, hoard your cash and then go balls to the walls, you know, once the anniversary hits. Because there are new whales, right? You know, there are people who spend money that have not played this game a month ago, but they want to spend money. And so they should also know, too, that now is not the time. Finish up your Konosuba summons, and then don't do anything. Try to beat what you can with what you got for 3 months, and then go deep, real deep in the ante. But that is my PSA advice to you. Whether or not you follow it is, you know, your own volition. I can only advise, guide. I'm not ordering you to save. I'm just gently nudging you to save, right? That's what we'll call it. Gently nudging. But that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.